viewers. In the last video, we have discussed some concept of haloalkanes and haloarenes. I hope you liked the video. So in the last video, we have discussed what are the types of haloalkanes depending upon the number of halogen atom which are bonded to carbon. If they contain one carbon atom, one halogen atom, then we classify them as monohaloalkanes. If they contain two halogen atom, then they are supposed to be called as dihalo, and more than that, we call it as a polyhaloalkanes. I hope you don't have any difficulty over the last video what we have discussed. In today's video, what we are going to discuss is all about the classification of monohaloalkanes. And before starting that one, I want to give some highlight on the dihaloalkanes also. What are dihaloalkanes? You know, they are the haloalkanes containing two halogen atoms which are bonded to carbon atom. So here, one point you have to remember is, I will write it as a note, you know, dihaloalkanes. The dihaloalkanes, these are the alkanes or arenes containing two halogen atoms which are bonded to carbon. If they are based on the type of bonding, we again classify them as geminal dihalide and second classification we call it as vicinal dihalides, right? Geminal dihalides and vicinal dihalides. These are the two classifications for dihalides or dihaloalkanes. Look into this one. I will write the example, then you come to know. Right? Here, what is happening? X here stands for halogen atom. Both halogen atoms are attached to same carbon atom. Another example I will write on that side. We have a carbon-carbon chain. Both halogen atoms are attached to one after the adjacent carbon atom. Right? Here, these two halogen are attached to two different carbon atom. Then they are supposed to be called as vicinal bajuwal. They must be adjacent to each other. Here, they are attached to same. Where both the halogen attached to same carbon atom, then they are supposed to be called as geminal. In shortcut, these are also called as gem dihalides. If both are attached to adjacent carbon atom, then they are supposed to be called as what? Vicinal dihalides, or shortcutly called as Vic dihalides. This is all about the dihaloalkanes or dihalides. Now, continuing with the monohaloalkanes. You know, monohaloalkane means they contain only one halogen atom bonded to each other. Again, this further classified on the basis of a type of hybridization to which the carbon atom or a halogen atom is bonded, or both are bonded. Further, are classified as, I will write the type of monohalo compounds. Type of monohalo compounds. You know, monohalo means they contain one halogen atom which are bonded to carbon atom. Again, this is classified as compounds containing sp3-CX bond. You know, compounds containing sp3 means sp3 is a type of hybridization, and CX bond, you know, carbon halogen bond. If halogen which is attached to carbon, if that carbon are sp3 hybridized, then they all come under the classification of compounds containing sp3-CX bond. Then majority question difficulty is how to identify whether that carbon is sp3 hybridized or not. Very simple concept. We have a carbon atom which is bonded to halogen atom. This is CX bond, and not only CX bond, if at all it is bonded singly, right? If apart from CX bond, if another three bonds are there, no, for carbon valency is 4. If another three bond all are singly bonded, then that carbon no doubt will undergo sp3 hybridization. Means it will have a tetrahedral structure. Right? If that carbon atom is sp3, then all they classified under the same what I have written on the heading over this one. Compounds containing sp3. I hope you don't have any difficulty to identify how it is sp3. Means that carbon which is sp3 will contain all single bonded. Then question comes, secondary thinking. What is that one? How it is sp2? Remember, one of the bond will be double. If it is doubly bonded to any carbon atom, then that will be undergoing which hybridization? sp2 hybridization. If it is triply bonded, then it must undergo sp hybridization. This is how the type of hybridization of carbon atom is calculated. Remember, if it is carbon-carbon single bond, then it is sp3. If carbon-carbon double bond, it is sp2. If carbon-carbon triple bond, it is sp. This is how the type of hybridization of carbon atom is calculated. Let us begin under this one. How many classifications are there? Let us verify. Compounds containing sp3-CX bond, again further classified into three types. One among that one is, or A I will write, one among that one is alkyl halide. In general, this is also called as haloalkanes. What are alkyl halide or haloalkanes? I will write one example over here. Let us consider the compound of CH3Cl. It is in the form of CX. Now, for your understanding, I will write it as an elaborated structure. We have a carbon at the center. Carbon is bonded to chlorine. I have written the same carbon, then bonded to 3 hydrogen. Those hydrogen also I will write here. Now you check, everywhere there is a single bond, means this carbon must be which one? sp3 hybridized, and it is coming under the type of alkyl halide because this entire group is called as alkyl group in general. Now it is methyl, no doubt, but in general it is called as what? Alkyl. Why it is called as alkyl? Because we have alkyl and halide, therefore they are classified as alkyl halides. Second example also we will take. Now we have a CH3, CH2, Now for your understanding, elaborated I will write. We keep CH3 as it is, then we take carbon. This carbon is bonded to 2 hydrogen, then bonded to chlorine. Now don't look into the CH3, you look into where halogen is bonded. That carbon, everywhere it is singly bonded, means it must be sp3, and these groups are supposed to be called as alkyl group. Therefore it is classified as alkyl halide or haloalkanes. In alkyl halide, remember, halogen is bonded to that carbon atom which is sp3 hybridized. Again, look into classification of alkyl halide. I will write one more concept over here so that the concept again becomes more easier. Now some compounds I write on the board. We have R, C, H, and X. No doubt here the carbon is what hybridized? sp3. Am I right? Second compound I write R, C, R, H and X. Here also no doubt carbon is sp3 hybridized. Third also I write R, C, R and X. Here also no doubt this is sp3 hybridized. What is the difference among that one? If you look into the careful observation, the number of R groups on the further compound it is increasing, whereas the number of hydrogen it is going to decrease. Depending upon the number of alkyl group, we call the first one as alkyl halide. Which alkyl halide it is? 1 degree or primary alkyl halide. Second one, 2 alkyl groups are there. We call it as a 2 degree alkyl halide. Don't think that first one is primary, next is high school, right? This is supposed to be called as secondary alkyl halide or 2 degree alkyl halide. Third one we call it as tertiary alkyl halide or 3 degree alkyl halide, depending upon the number of R group which is bonded. Primary alkyl halide are those which contain only one alkyl group. Here R stands for alkyl. Secondary are those which contain 2 alkyl groups. Tertiary are those which contain 3 alkyl groups. If you are getting confused, then go with a hydrogen. Primary are those which contain 2 hydrogen. Secondary are those which contain only 1 hydrogen. Tertiary are those which do not contain any hydrogen, that carbon containing halogen. Such classification we call as primary, secondary and tertiary. But one exception is there. We take this one. We have CH3X. Here also everywhere singly bonded, means it must be sp3. Even this is considered to be primary alkyl halide, but we have a special name for this one. This entirely we call a special name that is supposed to be called as a methyl halide. No doubt methyl halide is also primary alkyl halide, but we specifically call them as methyl halide. Therefore we have a methyl halide, primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide and a tertiary alkyl halide, which are the types of alkyl halides or haloalkanes. Moving on to the next one. I hope in this part you don't have any difficulty over the alkyl halide, which is the first classification of compounds containing sp3-CX bond. Now we move on to the second one. Second classification, we call it as allyl halide. See, alkyl is over. Now we move on to allyl. Alkyl, you know that carbon should be sp3 hybridized everywhere, and it must be R group, that is alkyl group. Then question comes, what is allyl? Now look, some compounds I write CH2 double bond CH, CH, H and X. Is it not? Now I told earlier case also, don't look into a remaining group, you look into the carbon where halogen is bonded. Here, this carbon, without any hesitation, I will write without any confusion, it is undergoing which hybridization? sp3, because everywhere it is singly bonded. But look into the next carbon atom. That carbon atom which is doubly bonded means it must be which one? sp2 hybridized. Such carbon, this carbon is not alkyl, is supposed to be called as what? Allyl carbon atom. Allyl carbon atom is those which is next bonded to sp2 hybridized of alkene. Such compounds are supposed to be called as allyl halides. One more example I write. 6-member ring. Every 6-member ring is not a benzene. This is cyclohexane. If I insert a double bond, then it becomes cyclohexene. Now to this one I will attach one halogen, that is a X. Look into this carbon atom. This carbon atom is sp3 hybridized, but the next adjacent carbon is sp2 hybridized. According to our concept, even this is also supposed to be called as allyl halide only. Then moving on to the next concept of this lesson, or the next part of the classification of sp3 hybridized, we have this third one, we have benzyl halides. Everybody know, if I use the word benzyl, means in their structure it will contain benzene ring, no doubt. Here what I write, some compounds I write, then I will explain. We have a benzene, right? You know, in the benzene every carbon is sp2 hybridized. Then we have C, H and H. Then we have X. I told, don't look into the other compound, look into the carbon which is containing halogen. Without any confusion, even this is sp3 hybridized, but the next carbon atom is sp2, and this sp2 belongs to which ring? Benzene ring. Am I right? Now, what are benzyl halides? Benzyl halides are those which contain sp3-CX bond. That bond, our carbon atom, in turn bonded to sp2 hybridized carbon atom of benzene ring. Such halides are supposed to be called as benzyl halide. But one thing is common among all the three classification. Here halogen is bonded to sp3 carbon atom only. Remember that carbon in turn it may bond to secondary double bond, triple bond, we don't bother. But that carbon atom which is containing sp3 should contain X. Then we come across compounds containing sp3-CX bond. Then move on to the next classification. Just small over the change over here. Now the type of hybridization I am going to change. Now we have compounds containing which hybridization? sp2-CX bond. Here sp2 means carbon containing halogen, or halogen which is bonded to carbon. That carbon only should undergo sp2, means it must be doubly bonded. For example, I have a halogen X. Imagine this halogen is bonded to carbon, and that should be doubly bonded with any other compound. Then that carbon we call it as sp2, and all the classification we call it as compound containing sp2-CX bond. Make sure if it is doubly bonded, then only it is sp2. If it is singly bonded, it is sp3. Now under this one, we have first classification, we call it as a vinyl halide. Right? What is vinyl halide? Very simple. I write example CH2 double bond C, H, H and X. Don't imagine that all are single bonded. No doubt 3 single bonds are there, but there is one double bond, means this carbon must be sp2 hybridized. Therefore halogen bonded to that carbon atom which is a double bonded alkene, then those are supposed to be called as what? Vinyl halide. Another example I will write cyclohexane, insert a double bond, hexene, then I write X. Now look into the carbon where halogen is containing. That carbon is a sp2 of alkene, then they all are supposed to be called as what? Vinyl halide. Then moving on to the next classification under the same thing. Under this one second we have aryl halide, or we also call it as haloarenes. What is aryl halide? Aryl means it is a benzene ring, because already I told in the beginning class, in the last video, arene means benzene. We have a benzene containing halogen. You know, here also this carbon atom is sp2, but it is not alkene, it is bonded to benzene. They all are supposed to be called as what? Aryl halides. Aryl halides are those in which halogen is directly bonded to benzene ring. These all are the types of monohalo compounds. So monohalo compounds again broadly classified under two categories. I know, I repeat once again. So two categories, one containing sp3-CX bond, another containing sp2-CX bond. Under sp3-CX bond we have alkyl halide, we have allyl halide, we have benzyl halide. Under the sp2 we have aryl halide and we have vinyl halide. So alkyl halide again classified under 3 or 4 categories. We have a methyl halide, we have a primary alkyl halide, we have a secondary alkyl halide, we have a tertiary alkyl halide. This is all about the mono classification of monohalo compounds. We move on to the next part. Here. Very important part, that is IUPAC nomenclature of alkyl halides or haloalkanes. Whenever I use the word IUPAC, majority of the students think that it is a difficult part. But remember, you already learned in the PUC first year, I don't discuss much about the IUPAC nomenclature of alkyl halides, but I give some key points. Always in this classification, remember two rules. Select long chain of carbon atom. This is the first rule. Second rule, remember, halogen should be numbered least. Means halogen containing a carbon atom should be least numbered. Then only these two rules, if you keep it in a mind, then you can easily go for IUPAC nomenclature. One by one we will discuss the IUPAC nomenclature of some of the compounds. First compound I write CH3X. Remember, here there is only one carbon atom, therefore I give the one number to this one. Therefore one compound we call it as methane. So I will replace X by, let us take which halogen we will take? We will take chlorine. Now chlorine is at first position and the chain of carbon atom is methane, therefore it is also called as chloromethane, because halogen is supposed to be used as a prefix. Other name for this one, not IUPAC name, other name can also be called as methyl chloride, no doubt, but the accurate name is chloromethane. Moving on to the second one, we have CH3 CH2Cl. Now I told select the longest. Here longest is 1 and 2. Majority student confused, why I have given the first preference for CH2, why can't I give it as 1 and 2? Second rule, remember, halogen containing carbon should get least number. That's why I have not given 2, I have given 1. Now 2 carbon atom are there, then what is the name? Ethane, because it is an alkane, simple alkane. Now which alkane? Chloroethane. Yes, it is alkane. Ethane, chloroethane is the name of this compound. You can even write one chloroethane. One chloroethane is commonly called as chloroethane only. Then moving on to the next example. Third one I take CH3 CH2 CH2Br. Now you tell, would you start from left to right or right to left? It is obviously from right to left only, because halogen containing carbon should get least number. Therefore I start here 1, 2, 3. Longest 3 carbon atom means it must be butane. No, it must be propane. Therefore which propane it is? Now which halogen is there? Chloro? No, it is bromo. Therefore I write it as a bromopropane. Simple name. One bromopropane can also be written. Moving on to the fourth example. Now you look here, CH3, CH3 and Br. Correct? Now CH3, CH3, Br. Now, should we start from left to right or right to left? One and the same. Wherever you start, you get second number 2 carbon containing halogen. Now, 3 carbon atom are there. Therefore, I write it as propane. Which propane? Bromopropane. Which bromo? Bromine is attached to second. Therefore, it is 2 bromopropane. This is how the IUPAC nomenclature of halogen derivative are written. Then moving on to the next one. Take the 5th example. CH3, C, CH3, CH3, Cl. Now, don't number all the carbon atom. I told select the longest, other will act as what? Substituent. In such case, I will number 1, 2, 3. Am I right or not? If I number this as 1, 2, only 2 are there. I told select longest. Longest is 3 carbon atom. Now, these 2 will act as what? Substituent. CH3 means it is a methyl, Cl means it is a chloro. Both are attached to which carbon atom? 2. Now, the word CH3 starts with M, Cl starts with chloro. Alphabetically you have to go. Which comes first? C or M? C comes first. Therefore, I write 2 chloro. Correct? Because chlorine is at what position? Second. Comma. 2 methyl. Because methyl group is also at what position? Second. What is the longest chain? It is propane. Therefore, the name of the compound is 2-chloro-2-methyl propane is the accurate name for alkyl halide. This is how the alkyl halides are nomenclated. You try to nomenclate some of the different alkyl halide which I provide in the notes so that it will be helpful for you people. Therefore, today's class we will wind up. We have discussed the classification of dihaloalkanes as vicinal and geminal. Then we have classified monohaloalkanes as alkyl halide, allyl halide and benzyl halide. Then we have a vinyl halide and aryl halide. Also, then we come across IUPAC nomenclature of alkyl halide using some or 2 rules. I have not discussed detail in the IUPAC nomenclature. Then, if you want to watch that, then I will post one more video on the IUPAC nomenclature of alkanes, alkenes and alkynes in the next video. Then you can easily go through that one. There also remember, I have in general, very simple, I have 2 rules. Select the longest and halogen containing carbon should get least number. Based on that, we have nomenclated only 5 organic compounds in our today's class. Therefore, let us wind it up. If you are not watched the previous video, I will provide a link over here so that you can watch the previous video. This is all about the part 2. Then in the tomorrow's class, we will deal with the part 3 of haloalkanes and haloarenes. In the next video, we will directly jump into the preparation of alkyl halides, so that from which our actual lesson starts. Thank you.